I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta. Of course, the number one question is all about this area just towards the south of Guam out there near Chuuk. That is continuing to get a little bit more organization. There's plenty of convection with it. And as we look ahead through the weekend and the early part of next week, it is likely going to be moving south of our shear line here and into an area that could be potential for development into a tropical depression or maybe even a tropical storm. At the very least, it does look like out here across Mindanao and southeastern Visayas, we're going to be looking at that threat of rainfall. This is actually the ECMWF model, the spaghetti plots here. Yeah, really just the ensemble overall picking up on this area coming off towards the west. So that's kind of the main point you want to take away with this. Right now, we're still watching this for the potential for development. It does look like likely rainfall in these areas that were hit by Typhoon Odette, also known as Rai. I don't think we're going to see a typhoon here, but I mean, just rain on top of what already has taken place out here definitely is not going to be welcomed at all. So let's just take a look kind of at the model outlook. Overall, you have that cold surge still back here towards the north. Down towards the south, you have your shear line, and then here's our tropical area. That's just kind of the broad sense of it. Now, this is going to be running south of that high pressure ridge. So what does that mean? Well, this has a very little chance of recurving, because when you have high pressure off here towards the north like that, that basically acts as a wall. So that's not going to want to churn towards the north until it rounds that ridge. It kind of comes out here over the Philippines and eventually back there towards the west, kind of rounding that high pressure. So as we look ahead, this likely scenario, rainfall increasing in northeastern Mindanao, southeastern Visayas. So possible tropical depression at landfall. I really want to stress that rain and flooding possible arriving in the early part of this upcoming week. Monday into Tuesday, that is around the 21st over towards the 22nd. Big thing right now in satellite, though, we are still seeing that increase in convection. But here's one thing I do want to know. Mindanao, about 5 degrees north. I mean, the equator's right in here. This is just not getting a lot of Coriolis force. I'll strongly state that. And what that simply means is that the closer it is to the equator, the harder time it's going to have wrapping up that low-level circulation. So what we're likely going to see is kind of a lopsided storm if this does continue to spin up. And this is often the case. Been doing this for over a decade now. When we get storms this far south, what you get is that low pressure center kind of moving out there towards Davao and right around Palau. But the bulk of the moisture wants to pull in all the way from the ITCZ, wraps around, and you kind of get this training effect, or that moisture moving on shore as an atmospheric river. And you can see right here, this is by Monday. There's your low pressure center, but look at that moisture all the way back here. Follow it, and that has to go somewhere. And unfortunately, you get that orographic lifting in eastern areas of Leyte, Samar, and yeah, out here towards Siargao as well. You're going to be looking at that increase in showers as this comes on shore Monday into Tuesday, passing towards the south of Cebu, but still continuing to see that moisture push on by. So here's a look at your rainfall accumulation hanging through the weekend. You still have that easterly flow across the Sierra Madre Mountains, but look down towards the south. There's that moisture coming in with our next tropical system. So for the arrival of this storm, know your information through official sources. Of course, prepare to evacuate if needed. I strongly stress that, especially in these areas where people are still recovering, where you don't have sufficient shelter. You know, maybe just know where you need to go. Maybe your shelter's been relocated after Odette, and check and repair your emergency kits as well. I know that's hard for some of you, but you know, and this is not meant to frighten you, but if you're prepared, you have less to worry about. I mean, that's pretty obvious and pretty simple, right? If you're prepared, less to worry about for everybody out here. And if you over-prepare, all right, good, right? At least, you know, you were ready. All right, Tacloban 28 for the high. A few showers, not much wind here on Thursday into Friday. It's really not over towards Monday into Tuesday. We do see that increase in precipitation. That is going to be the case for Cebu as well. Sunday, Monday to Tuesday. I know some parts of the city are still without power, good about 10%, I think, at this point. There's a lot of people in a very large metro area. So still going to be watching this and how it could influence you. Huge thanks for everybody on Patreon who has been helping out. I mean, I can't thank you guys enough. Just everybody here. Yeah, it's $2, $6, or $10 a month. I got a bunch of people that actually do donate $10 a month, and you help make these fantastic graphics from Weatherscape. That is a platform off of Metro Weather. Absolutely possible, and it helps us deliver this information and hopefully helps you guys prepare that much better for these tropical systems. I'm meteorologist Robert Spetta. Of course, as always, if you have any questions, let me know, and stay safe out there.